What does Cardi B and Justin Bieber have in common right now?
I don't know. Tell me.
Their marketing. I love their I don't give an F type of marketing where it's like, I know people are going to listen to it, but what can I do? Funny, but also still attention grabbing.
I think it all started with her like court case with the security guard. I remember after the court proceedings have finished, she used the pictures from her court appearance to release a limited edition vinyl with her face on it. I think there's only 100 prints of those.
She and her team know that when something is trending, why print too many, you know? She's a naturally like funny person, and when you watch her, you can't help but like smile. And I like her because like she sounds real. Like she's like, my team told me I need to market myself, so I'm out in the New York streets.
She's the only one doing that. I have not seen other celebrities going on the street selling their stuff, but that's so New York of her. Maybe a little bit more than J-Lo and the orange drink. Or what does she say? I run around Brooklyn with my hair like this. And now Cardi B, it's almost like a series now. I saw another video of her in like the subway. She was carrying her music. You know those fruit gummy snacks that you like?
Yeah.
Like Welch's?
Yeah.
She had like one of those, an empty box with her CDs in it. It wasn't branded or anything. And a part of me is just like, this is truly her brand though.
Like as they get closer to her dropping the album, it would be cool if she continues doing these pop-ups everywhere in New York and then doing almost like a live show, like literally like on the train. It's viral content right now, like people to run up to you in the streets and be like, what's your name? What do you do for a living? So I could see her slowly pop up on all those interview shows that people have. Without her even knowing it, she's doing pop-up marketing. And that's how you also know you've made it, where it's just like, I don't really have to do much. I could just walk the streets of New York and be like, you want my mixtape? Bring mixtapes back. And she could easily do that right now too. Justin Bieber, like we discussed in our last episode, was that he's not doing too much marketing either. He kind of banks on like, oh, my wife is like Hailey Bieber and she's doing a lot of promotional stuff for Rhode. I'm going to repost a picture of when I think my wife looks hot today. I think it's even funnier that he probably had like one of his billboards up in New York while Cardi B was out in the streets promoting her music. My God. I think it's even harder for those who have been in this music game way longer because they came from a very polished start to now, oh, I have to learn how to be a TikTok influencer. I have to learn how to get people's attention without looking like I'm trying too hard. For example, I think Sabrina Cartando is still in her polished era where she's still like in the beginning of being this mega loved super pop star right now. So she has to follow that. And then maybe she'll become less serious about how polished it looks.
I guess the more polished part is when she did the Zane Lowe interview, which I thought was really cool. Maybe she requested that they use like a very specific filter so it looks older.
And you know, he's so nice that he would of course be like, yeah, I'm down. I like his interviews, but I feel like I started trusting his word less because it just sounds like he's like a yes man. Like, have an opinion. If you don't like it, I want to hear that you don't like it.
I think the problem with Zane Lowe though is that he works for Apple and it's not that he has his own show necessarily. You know, he could just say whatever he wants. He's under the umbrella of Apple.
I can personally say I did not like this album that Sabrina put out. I think her last album,
Short and Sweet,
was way better. I think my favorite song off of this one was like Never Getting Laid.
My impression of the album was after she put together Short and Sweet, which was carefully curated, this album felt like all of the songs that may have been made for Short and Sweet but were cut. Maybe she already spent money on recording all of these songs and decided to, hey, I'm really loved right now, so why not just make an album out of leftover songs and see if we could try to put a narrative together. And I
mean, if that was the plan, I think it's smart because it's like, you know, I'm at the height of my career. But honestly, I think I would have split this album up into like EPs or something because I think it was just so fast. Even though I don't like it, I respect the strategy. It already debuted #1. She's going to make millions off of this. You know, a win is a win. Like, she's doing what she has to do for her career. Would I go back and listen to this album? No. If you didn't like Man's Best Friend, because there obviously was a lot of opinions about her cover, if I didn't like that cover, I didn't like the idea of it, I'm going to revisit what I did like of hers. So I'm still a Sabrina fan and you still get my streams. You still get my listens. I think I'm also feeling the same way about Justin Bieber. Swag 1 and 2, like their long albums, I didn't love them, but he still gets my streams because I'm going back to Purpose. I'm going back to Journals, the Belieber eras. As for Cardi B, she did say that she took a really big break. I think it was like 7 to 8 years that she had put out like an album. So this is a big deal.
I think in between that time, she released WAP.
And that carried her for a long time.
It has 1 billion streams, I believe, on Spotify.
Period.
And she's including them on this album. There was this whole controversy of like, why are you including songs that are years old on this new album?
Because Because I'm allowed to.
There you go.